Hi, Bane. So after logging in with the username and password that I put in the email, here I am in your account. You simply come over here, you click where it says Arnold MindTap Macroeconomics to access the online homework that's available for this text. Use this drop-down menu to be able to look at micro. So you're just going to switch between the texts. But for now, you can click here, and it does open up into a new window. So MindTap will just take a second to load. And the first view that you're taken to is a calendar view. So students will see this view immediately when they open up MindTap, and any required activities would show up right here in this calendar. You can see that I did set the dates to correspond with fall semester. So week 1 is showing me that week in August. Students could use this arrow to see upcoming weeks. So for now, for you to take a look at the quizzes that are available, just click along the top where you see the unit view, click in there, and then here are corresponding folders that match up with chapters of the textbook. The program does start off with a navigation and a tutorial to help students get comfortable with the program. So we've got exploring MindTap, so it's a tutorial video to show them how to use MindTap on their own, a walkthrough video of how to, walkthrough activity of how to do the homework assignment so that students don't ask you these questions. They can actually get a full tutorial directly from us. And then there's an activity that actually helps students refresh their math and graphing skills so that they're prepared to do the necessary math and graphing that's available for, or that's required of them in macro and microeconomics. So, but for now, for you to take a look at the content in the text, simply open up each folder. So if I open up part 2 here, then I've got my, chapter 6 and 7 that are available in this one. So each chapter will start off with a pre-lecture questions. You can mark these as practice or as required. They're defaulted as accounts towards a grade, so a required assignment, but we can certainly remove that designation to make it a practice assignment. These are designed to have students complete them before they come into the lecture on that chapter. So students would complete this activity before they come in and you discuss what they've learned in chapter 6. You can hide these activities as well. Anything in MindTap can be hidden from view. So if you thought this wasn't something that you wanted students to concern themselves with, or you don't assess them on it, you could hide it. And that can be true of anything that you find here in MindTap. So to access the content within chapter 6, you simply click on this folder, and then each chapter does follow this exact same learning path. So while we're looking at chapter 6 here, and this is chapter 6 specific content, if I was looking at chapter 10, it would still follow this exact same path. So each chapter opens up with the ebook. So this is a link to the full ebook that's available. And then there are video office hours that these are done by Roger Arnold himself. So students can watch Roger Arnold explaining them about consumer price index, converting dollars, and types of unemployment. Other chapters will have separate videos by Roger that do help explain those key concepts that they learned in that chapter as well. Then we've got video questions and problems that again correspond to what they've learned in the chapter. So if they do need a problem walkthrough about what they learned within chapter 6, they can take a look at these videos to get them a further explanation. Keep in mind that these are all closed captioned and ADA compliant, so that any student, there's no accessibility issues here. Any student can watch or read these videos with no issue. Then we've got the end of chapter homework. So these are default as marked as practice. You could certainly mark these as required, but these are the ones that are shown in the ebook. So it's the end of chapter homework that's in the e-text or in the print text. And then we've got the Applia homework. So this is what we recommend that you require within the text. These are randomized and algorithmic questions. So no two students have the exact same questions, but it really will allow them to practice and make sure that they've understood the content within each chapter. It's a fantastic program. I know you're familiar with Applia. It's been around for a really long time, but it does truly help ensure comprehension of the text material. Finally, each chapter finishes with adaptive test prep. This will allow each student to go back in at any time and practice the content that's required of them in each chapter. So students can create their own quizzes based on one or several chapters, and then it gives them a study plan. So based on their incorrect responses. So if they get questions wrong, it'll outline where they need to go and review in the text. So to go back, you simply use this arrow. It'll take you back into the MindTap path, and then you can go in and select chapter 7, and you can see it does follow that exact same learning path with the e-text, video office hours, questions and problems, and then the corresponding homework and review. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will check in with you soon. But I'm excited to work with you, and I hope you have a great weekend.